Welcome back. As you know, growing wealth through real estate is one of the most profitable directions anyone can pursue. It's important to know the ins and outs of not only what is taking place in today's markets, but also what will be taking place in the future. Now, regarding entrance or exit strategies for profit, most investors rely on the same fundamental strategies. That is wholesale, rehab, retail, or lease option. Whether it's using a creative strategy to enter a property such as probate or short sale, or a creative strategy to exit such as owner finance, the techniques used in today's investing are much the same as they have been for many years. Even though these techniques will be mentioned and reviewed as well as used throughout this training course, our main focus will not be on the techniques. Our focus will be centered on one of the missing links called the territory, or better known as the market. Once you understand the importance of the market, it will be clear to see how it is the missing link to creating wealth through real estate investing. The problem is this: education without application will create frustration. You have to be able to understand each market mastery blueprint for success to be able to have your ability to increase your odds of profit potential, or you will find yourself losing money no matter how well you know investing techniques that you're attempting to put in place. You must learn to become a real market master. Markets today will vary from East Coast to West Coast in many ways, from the average price points that are moving as well as the appreciation rates that are taking place at any particular time. Knowing what is taking place now as well as in the future in the market you are looking to invest, for some have never seemed possible or important, as most investors are taught just to enact the exit strategy and you should be able to profit. Mark my words, there is a difference between closing a deal and profiting on a deal. This type of investing, where you just take a technique and close without understanding the market factors that drive profit, has not only become dangerous to newly trained real estate investors, but has some seasoned investors with years of training and experience feeling the lack of profit pinch as well. Understanding the territory or market is a missing link to profitable real estate investing. When mastered, you will put your real estate business on the path to success. Simply take action on the fundamental principles that this course delivers. In the next video, we'll discuss how you can understand the market indicators necessary to succeed as an investor. By knowing your triggered indicators, you'll get a clear idea of what drives a marketplace and your investing. Do this right and you can make money no matter what the market presents. I'm back, and you're going to want to pay close attention to this video. If you want to make money and build wealth as a real estate investor, you need the right blueprint. Without it, investment mistakes can pile up, putting your business back to square one, which is no profit in the bank, and wondering what happened and what to do next. The answer is that there are 7 key repeated mistakes that happen every single day in America that every investor must avoid. I see it all the time mentoring investors all over the country. It starts with educating yourself and learning how to avoid them to put your business success on the right path. Remember, buy right with the right blueprint. In this module, we are going to discuss the following 7 key mistakes that investors must avoid. Those 7 key mistakes are buying the wrong real estate at the wrong time for the wrong reason, the wrong way, buying from the wrong people, buying in the wrong location with the wrong money. Let's start with wrong real estate. As I covered in the Why Are You Profit Challenge video, one key mistake that investors make is to buy the wrong real estate. All too often we buy a house that does not have enough bathrooms, a house that is too big for the neighborhood, a house with a horrible floor plan where you have dinner in the bathroom, houses with title issues, code guidelines, and last but not least, the wrong price point. All of these items can be business profit killers, and we need to understand and avoid these pitfalls so we do not fall into buying the wrong real estate trap. The next key mistake is the wrong time. I think we all know the phrase timing is everything. It's no different for real estate. The key to buying right is knowing what is happening in your marketplace and why it is taking place, and will be a key factor in determining whether buying or selling is the right decision for that market. You have to know what is on the horizon or the timeline in your area that you invest in, because buying at the wrong time can impact not only the profitability of your real estate, but also whether or not you decide to buy in the first place. Timing parameters that can affect your buying decisions are the political scene, guidelines dictating hold time, economic planning, state laws, and knowing your buying seasons. The third mistake is the wrong reason. There are many reasons to buy or sell real estate, but the real question is, are you buying for the right reason? As you'll see, there are many reasons to buy, and buying for the wrong reason is a mistake that we will look to avoid through educating you on how to buy for the right reasons. Here are some examples of where investors buy for the wrong reasons. Buying with only yourself in mind. Get rich quick. Give to charity, don't be one. Buying for appreciation only. Disease buying, the I wanna be syndrome. The fourth mistake is buying the wrong way. We have all heard of the saying, there's a right way to do it and there's a wrong way to do it with many things in life. Real estate is no exception. Buying the wrong way is what I've found to be the number one reason that investors lose money on a deal, and also the number one reason investors, new and old, lose confidence, ending with a paralysis by analysis blueprint that keeps your financial freedom through your buying right real estate on the sidelines from fear of making a mistake. Here are some of the ways investors buy wrong. Doing it yourself. You have the I think syndrome, no education or lack of application. A negative tank that is full. Your buying tool belt is empty. The fifth mistake is working with the wrong people. Our next key to focus on and understand is that our business can take a wrong turn when working with the wrong people. As an investor, you can land an undeniably good deal, but it does not always equal success. If the people you're working with are not the right people to help you grow and protect your real estate business, then your profits and business will struggle. The bottom line is that there are very few businesses today that can run alone, and real estate is always a collective effort. So developing the blueprint to working with the right people is just as important as landing the next deal, and most times even more important to your overall success. We also need to come to the understanding that we don't take advantage of people, but take advantage of the problem they are facing that we can solve for a win-win situation every time. A business that operates from a foundation of creating win-win situations, coupled with working with the right people in real estate, will be a business that is sought after in any marketplace. As we review how working with the wrong people could impact the success of your business, we will clearly see that working with the right people is the building block to any successful business. Here's a list of the wrong people to stay away from. Wrong sellers that are not motivated. Wrong agents that have non-investment specialties, wrong bankers, wrong contractors, wrong business partners, all in all, the wrong power team. The next key mistake we want to address is buying in the wrong location. Where a property sits could determine a profit or loss, even if on paper it looks like a good deal. Territory or location is one of the most important buying indicators to master to bulletproof your real estate business, as well as lock in rock-solid profits. Without understanding all of the factors that dictate which territory or location to invest in, you can leave your business vulnerable to buying mistakes. You can master an investing method and not master your market, which is where you may find yourself if you don't upgrade your location analysis skills in this part of our training. When determining if the property meets the right location, we need to consider several things that affect it, as the location produces the right environment for us to focus on and execute contracts to grow our real estate business. The following factors about location contribute to and/or dictate our investment decisions. Water, the pros and cons of it. Could be waterfront properties that are more desirable typically. You must check to see if a property sits in a floodplain. Another one is land, where there's elevation issues, soil issues, or zoning. Also, is the availability limited in that area you're researching? A third one is the weather. We call this the Goldilocks theory. Is it too hot or too cold or just right? Most like just right weather. Some like it hot. Some enjoy winters. And then there's Mother Nature. She dictates marketability. Transportation, where there is train issues, plane issues, automobiles, subways, boating. Utilities and commodities, where you have to look at sewer and water lines, electricity, cell coverage, internet coverage, coal plants, even pig farms. Yes, I did say pig farms. Pollution levels. The age of the market. How old a community is can dictate marketability. Historical areas can be a double-edged sword. Commerce. Local commerce can dictate desirability. Research to see what is coming or going. Check areas' budgets for new commerce. Schools. What are the school scores? School safety. School proximity. Crime rates. Tax base. Is the tax base too high? Is the city or county broke? If so, then the taxes will rise. Does your market have resale taxes to consider? Unemployment rates. What's the number for the area? Is there business coming or leaving the area? What types of industries are predominant in your market area? And finally, last but not least, the seventh key mistake to avoid is using the wrong money. Growing wealth through real estate typically starts with lining up your funding. Whether it's your personal capital or leveraging other sources, it's critical to solidify your funding to get your deals done. Where using the wrong money usually comes into play is when an investor goes out and locates a good deal, yet they have not devoted their time to mapping out their funding strategy, let alone explored and set up multiple funding avenues to put in place to execute on their deals. After all, it is about not just finding deals, but also funding deals where most do not give the funding aspect a second thought until it is crunch time on a real estate transaction. In fact, if you find the right deal, then you may not have to use any of your own personal funding resources to close on profitable real estate deals, which is where the ultimate real estate leverage comes in. Securing funding is not a last-minute item. One large reason that investors are left to scramble to fund their deals is because they take their old funding principles and apply them to today's tight lending market. The result is last-minute stressful funding sources that end up costing more money and eating into your overall profits. Waiting until the last minute and using the wrong money costs investors in several ways. Funding mistakes can cost you the following: costly contract extensions, costlier closing cost, higher interest rates, additional appraisal cost. It could cost you funding altogether. It could cost you your deal and your earnest money. It could cost you your market reputation. These 7 key mistakes hold most investors back. Now that you know them, you can avoid them. As you continue throughout the program, you'll learn how these factors play into your potential profits.